Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Fergus the Proclaimer. Yes, I know it's been over a month, but I am back, and yeah, I got a new bike. I know. I told myself I was never going to sell the DR. After my accident, I kind of went through some stuff. Nothing major, other than the lovely scar I now have. And I'll explain why I loved the DR, but I'm going to explain kind of why I ended up going with the 250L and not keeping the DR during this video. Woo! Gotta love this Honda, man. This thing shifts like butter. Main reason why I ended up just selling the DR and getting rid of it, I know I only had it about not even 3 months, honestly. For me, the weight was just too much off-road. I needed something a little bit more lightweight, and I feel that the Honda 250L is just a lot easier to kind of deal with. I actually like this bike a lot better already. Pretty good deal on it. The 250L goes usually used for about $4,500 to $5,000. I got it for $4,000. So I'm actually really happy with this bike. I'm happy with this purchase. Told myself I wouldn't go to Holy Gym, but I think we're gonna do it. Because I'm itching to get this thing out on the dirt. Main reason why I chose to just go with the 250L versus the DR650 is weight, power. I realized I did not need that much power off-road because that's primarily what I'm gonna be doing, is off-roading. And I don't know, I always felt like when I was throwing a leg over that bike, something didn't sit right with me, you know? I don't know what it was. This is actually the first time that I'm getting out riding it. I bought it last week from a guy, really nice guy. Bike had some scratches, some dings, some stuff bent. He took it off-road and only had 389 or 87 miles, whatever it was at the time. So the bike has barely been used. He didn't need to have it anymore. He didn't have time for it. He ended up, I guess, wanting to just sell it and be done with it. This thing is nice though, man, I swear. It's slow, but it will pull. It actually is, it kind of reminds me of my 150L I have with the XT250 combined with it. That's kind of what it feels like. It is taller than both of those bikes, but that's okay. It's 34.4 inches. I had been checking out a couple different bikes, so I had went with the XT250. I was looking at the KLX 230. Then I'm like, dude, these bikes, they're great, especially the XT, but the people that had them, they just beat the hell out of them. And I'm like, I don't mind if a bike's beat to hell, but not that bad. I mean, there was sun damage on one of them, on the XT from a guy, and then there was another guy. He never lubricated the chain, so there was a lot of rust. I don't mind a little bit of rust, but the whole chain just was all rusty all over the place. I just was kind of looking around, and then I came across this bike on Cycle Trader, believe it or not, because I was on Facebook Marketplace. And I ended up just going to this guy's house and checking it out, and it worked out. It's not bad, though. It's not really vibrating at 41 miles an hour. I'm in, I think, about 4th gear right now. It really reminds me of my CRF 300L. It really has that vibe to it. However, it's definitely a little bit less torquey and less powerful, which is fine for me because I've realized, like I said earlier, I do not need that power. I do not need the heaviness. I don't need even the amount of torque that it may come with. I just don't. I don't need that because when you're off-road, you're maybe going 40 to 50 at most, unless you're really experienced. Maybe you're going faster, but most of the time I watch these YouTube videos of these guys and they're not going no more than that. So and then at the same time, I kind of was a little traumatized with that crash. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It wasn't obviously a bad crash. It could have been way, 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 way worse. I got medical insurance billing me $4,000 for this whole thing. I gotta fight them on it. But, you know, it was just a burn and I went to the ER and they're charging me that, right? It's freaking ridiculous. Thanks, California. But yeah, I just, I love that bike though too. I love the torque. I did love the power. If I was really just gonna be only doing street, then I would say, yeah, that makes sense. You know, I'm not gonna be doing mainly street or commuting. That's what that bike's really good for. I would say. It's not really good for stuff like that, like on dirt. I mean, it can do it all. It's a do-it-all bike, but for me, I know a lot of riders are like, oh, it's lightweight compared to an adventure bike. Well, they're coming from an adventure bike. I'm coming from a dual sport bike, it's way less. This thing is really nice though, man. Like, even the wind, the wind isn't as gusty today. It's not flying me back. Really nice, dude. And then the wind gusts right there. That's funny. It's really comfortable, dude. Oh my God. Compared to that DR650, holy shit. This is just nice. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. Can't believe it's not better. Just kidding. I don't feel too cramped. I just gotta sit up straight a little bit more. I feel pretty relaxed. I mean, dude, this thing is nice. Now, I did air up for the street. I didn't air down for this dirt that we're about to approach, but that's all right. I mean, it's just Holy Gym. It's not too chaotic in there. I got to be still careful because there's rattlesnakes and trucks and cars still, but the road is a little bit wider compared to where we were, Maple Springs. That gets a little bit more rough. But yeah, let's check it out. I think there's going to be some closed off sections in Holy Gym more. I've been reading kind of online about it the last like month or so. Little slide right there. It feels all right standing up. Definitely probably some bar risers, but overall, I mean, even the seating position, it feels nice, dude. This bike is nice. Gear lever, I could probably bring up a notch now that I look at it. It's a little bit down, but it's not bad. I was just checking the battery this morning. I was checking the air filter. Overall, the battery's fine. The guy did a good job on that. Air filter is probably gonna have to get replaced very soon. Probably I could last another like couple months with it, but definitely have to replace it. The bolts are not stripped, which is good. Easy to get at. He kind of worked on it a little bit too, so I don't have to crack open as many bolts or things. Yeah, this is a little slippery, not gonna lie. It is very just gravelly, sandy. So, but these are the roads where this bike kind of shines. It did come with a stock skid plate. It's plastic. I wouldn't recommend keeping that on forever. If you do stuff like this where you're just kind of exploring, you should be good. There shouldn't be anything too crazy. If you're gonna do more hard enduro stuff or like go over logs and stuff like that, like some of those Midwesterner boys do, right? Then I would just recommend getting probably an aluminum or all steel skid plate. Yeah, and I'm just a beginner still, so beginner intermediate, I would say. Now we got all dirt. Shit, I thought that was a rattlesnake for a short second there. Oh yeah, it's oh. Somebody left their socks or something. Yeah, it looks like socks and water bottles and underpants. Yeah, some people out here, they get crazy, man. Yeah, this is just all rock right here. Nobody's out here today because it is a Friday. Which is nice because I personally don't like dealing with a ton of people on the weekend. You ride on a Saturday, which I did the last time when I fell and crashed. So it's always nice to not deal with that. I do like the fact that this is fuel injected. I realized that I thought I was going to be cool with working on a carburetor until I'm like, nope, I'm not really that cool with it. I don't really want to work on a carburetor and deal with all that headache. I mean, personally, I'm probably going to keep this bike a very long time, and I know I've said that like multiple times now. But honestly, after everything that I've gone through this past year with like the 5 or 6 bikes I've went through within a year, like I'm good, man. It's a bitch to go deal with registration. It's a bitch to pay, you know, tax on everything. It's just a pain. See, these guys, they're stupid. They think that like all these trucks, that's why you always got to be careful. They think that like they own the road because no one's here, no one might be driving back here, so they ride in the center, right on the right side of the road if it's a public road, which this is in a way. The suspension, you can definitely kind of feel it over a little bit of these ruts, but it doesn't bother me, man, because I'm lightweight. Everybody bitches about the soft suspension. That's dependent on how you're gonna ride the bike. Like if you're gonna ride it super aggressive, then yeah, I mean, you're gonna freaking feel it. But if you just kind of ride it, you know, maybe low to moderately, you know, aggressive, it's not gonna get away from you, dude. It's gonna be fine. They still have this closed off. What it is it's a, it kind of like goes to Holy Gym, shoot, Big Rock right there. Holy Gym Trail, which connects up with Holy Gym Falls, which is like a waterfall area. It's pretty nice. Honestly, one day I want to, one of my friends, he got a girlfriend now, so he's constantly with her, but I'm pretty sure if I invited both of them out, I'm down to like take my bike out here, and she has a Honda too. It's a CRV Honda, and I think it's like a, I want to say a 2001, 2002 model, so it's got all the right features to be able to come back here. But honestly, if they're down, like I'd love to like, damn dude, I just felt that whip out in front of me. Back wheel. Yeah, we probably got to air it down a little bit. These tires are also not the best for just sand. I really got to get like Tusk D Sports or something like that. All these dips. Oh, damn, I just almost ate shit right there. I wanted the availability to go off-road, right? And this is whether I stay in California or whether I go to a different state. You know, this is kind of like a do-it-all type of bike. I think, what is the expression? It's good at everything, master at none. And that's what this CRF 250L is. Same with the 300L. 300L definitely has a little bit more torque, a little bit more power, but it's not much different than this bike. There are features that are different, but not much more. But I feel, after riding this, other than there's little bits and pieces of sand and rock, this bike I can tell already with the tires, not good at because it slides out a lot quick. But it handles it though, bro. It handles it. It's like, I was even thinking about getting a Honda Grom at one point, and I'm like, what am I thinking? I could never get that. Like, those little bikes are awesome, but not for me. I need at least a 250, man. And honestly, for me, this is all that's gonna be good. Like, I'm good with this, guys. If I come into a bunch of money, maybe I'll buy the DR again. Who knows? But for now, like, honestly, I feel very, very confident and comfortable on this bike. It's a really nice bike. I'm still looking for riders to go with. You know, I'm an introvert. I don't go out too often. I do, but I don't. And I have kind of my own little clique, my own little friend group. Yeah, I tried going on that with the DR, and that didn't end well the last time. Ooh, we are not going on that. Damn. Okay. Now we got to figure out how to get down. Yeah, it was bad. I joined a Facebook group in my local area, so I'm hoping to kind of link up with some guys to go off-roading with at some point. Like I said, they can do it all. Handles corners really well right now. And we're going to take it to Santiago Canyon Road. I'm going to kind of go through that. We're just doing a speed test right now. Does really well uphill, man. 60 miles an hour almost. Private road, no public access. Do not leave packages here. Okay, so this is not open to the public as though it appeared to be. Just not. So we're gonna go to a gas station. I'm gonna go to Shell. That's why I put my visor down. Got our gas. Let's go home. Did 30 or so miles today, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, that about does it for the day. I will see you all in the next video. Peace.